uphill, where the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twist and turn, and every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about, and when he might have won if he had stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems low, you might succeed with another blow. Often the struggler has given up when he might capture the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt, and you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. With his inspiring lines by Edgar Guest from the poem Don't Quit, I, Dr. Pallavi Pathak, on behalf of School of Management Sciences, welcome you all to the inaugural session of this MBA orientation program for the batch 2023-25. A very good morning to the honored guest, Director Sir, Registrar Sir, Head of Departments, my worthy colleagues and dear students. I take immense pride in sharing that our institute is going to celebrate 29 years of excellence this year, and yours is the auspicious 11th batch of MBA program at SMS Varanasi. We are also fortunate to have with us today 5 esteemed guests: Mr. Prem Singh, President Group HR JK Organization; Mr. Devmani Pandey, HR Head Hippo Stores, Dalmia Bharat Group; Mr. Padmanabhan S., Vice President, Head Information Technology, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank; Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, General Manager, HR, Prison Johnson Limited; and Mr. Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head, Tata Consultancy Services, to grace the occasion. To formally commence the inaugural session of this orientation program, may I now request Mr. Prem Singh, Mr. Devmani Pandey, Mr. Padmanabhan, Mr. Sanjay Kambekar, Mr. Himanshu Kumar, and Director Professor P.N. Jha to come forward to light the lamp. I also request the lamp illuminated by these gentlemen shall act as a lighthouse for the new batch of students and show them the path to move forward with courage and conviction. Being the tradition at School of Management Sciences, we offer our prayers to Ma Saraswati before the commencement of any academic endeavor. In furtherance, I now request all the dignitaries to garland the statue of Devi Saraswati . She is considered in our culture an authority on academics and the arts. Let's seek her blessings as these students begin their new quest for knowledge and excellence. Having offered our prayers to Devi Saraswati, I now request to grace the dais and have their seats. Group HR, JK organization with a bouquet. Mr. Prem Singh. Next, I call upon Mr. D.K. Tripathi, GM, Training and Placement Cell, SMS Varanasi, to present the bouquet to Mr. Dev Mani Pandey, HR Head, Hippo Stores, Dalmia Bharat Group, today's guest of honor, Mr. Dev Mani Pandey. Next, I request Professor Sanjay Saxena to welcome Shri Padmanabhan S., Vice President, Head Information Technology, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank. I further request Professor R.K. Singh, Head Commerce Department, to welcome our next guest of honor, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, General Manager, HR, Princeton Johnson. Mr. Kambekar. Finally, I call upon Mrs. Bhavna Dikshit, DGM, Training and Placement Cell, SMS Varanasi, to welcome Mr. Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head, TCS. Mr. Himanshu Kumar. Thank you, ma'am. Students, we have a highly qualified and erudite personality as head of the institution. May I now request the director of the institute, Professor P.N. Jha, for his welcome address.
सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरणे त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायण नमोस्तुते सिद्धि साध्य सतामस्त प्रसादा तस्य धूर्जटे जाह्नवी फेन लेखेव यम मूर्धनि शशिनः कला सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्य मस्मद्वैर विनाशनम. Honorable Chief Guest of the program, Mr. Prem Singh, President, JK Organization, venerated guests of honor, Mr. Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head, Tata Consultancy Services, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, GM HR, Princeton Johnson Limited, Padmanabhan S., Vice President, Head Information Technology, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank Limited, Mr. Dev Mani Pandey, HR Head, Hippo Stores, Dalmia Bharat Group, my academic colleague and Head of Department of Management and Mass Communication, Professor Sandeep Singh, the comparer of the program and my colleague, Professor Pallavi Pathak, course coordinator of MBA program, Professor Amitabh Pandey, and co-coordinators of MBA program, Dr. Shikha Agrawal and Dr. Vishal Kumar Singh. my colleague and registrar, Mr. Sanjay Gupta, sitting in the audience, my other worthy academic and administrative colleagues, and my very dear students of the MBA program, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a memorable, exuberant occasion and a landmark day in the life history of SMS Varanasi and in the students' biography as well, that today they are going to embark upon a new journey of higher level academics. At this occasion, I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Friends, today is a major inflection point for you because you are going to begin a new cerebral pursuit of a higher order in the area of the management. Your institution, SMS Varanasi, has been a pioneer in imparting management education as a private level institution since 1995 only. Later on, in 2013 only, we had to start this MBA program. Earlier, equivalent program PGDM was being carried out by us. That's why the rich faculty team who are going to teach you, to train you, they are highly trained themselves because most of them are loaded with MBA and management teaching experience of up to 27-28 years. So this is the great privilege that you are going to have. Now, so far as I understand that this management, this MBA has been an unchallenged brand since past so many decades. But the recent academic package for the MBA has to be designed considering three important compulsions. Number one is the National Education Policy, which has recently arrived in 2020 only. You see, this is a highly comprehensive education policy which intends to provide us a new roadmap to overhaul our education system. It also intends to link education with employment and making the education multidisciplinary, more holistic, and at par with the global standards. And for the first time, you will be happy to know that this NEP has been able to give us a more clear picture on our expectations from education. The second vertical is the Education 4.0 that comes in consonance with the fourth industrial revolution. You might be knowing that in 18th, 19th and 20th century, we already have three industrial revolutions. In 18th century, 1784 first, then 1870, 19th century second, and in 1969, 20th century. we had the third industrial revolution. Now the major outcome of all these three industrial revolutions, like machine, the labor, the man, and the technology, so the barrier among them has already dissolved now. And that's why, in order to cater to the need of the fourth industrial revolution, we have to embark upon a new education pattern for our 21st century. This talks about providing you education along three lines. Number one is your domain area. Second is your skill development. And third is your ability enhancement. And the third compulsion comes from your generation, the generation to which you people belong, the change generation. You see, this generation is a bit unique because the persons of this generation, like you people, they always want to feel that they have been making some positive difference in the world through their deeds, through their works, through their actions. They do not see the same artificial dichotomy between their personal lives and the work lives as seen by the members of other generations. They also do not simply want to be a good human resource on one hand and going to work on the other hand. They have got something special as their agenda in their mind, and this is that they want to make some impact, some social impact, not simply as the outcome of any ethical compulsion, but under the pressure of their passion. So this passion is igniting in their mind, and that's why they are in search of joining such academic programs which could provide them the compatible channel. And you know that your MBA program is certainly a very good springboard which can launch you to such impact-making career, because it will make your linkage to the business institutions. And business, you know, it is a very important tool to cause social change. Societal change is today driven by business. That's why, friend, MBA program is highly compatible on all these lines, and accordingly your curriculum has been designed. But their MBA degree would not be sufficient for you. Let me make you very clear that only MBA degree is no longer sufficient, because the changing social environment demands the MBA graduate to be loaded with a wider skill set, social skills or soft skills or language skills or computer skills and so on. That's why, to cater all these three verticals of your education, the domain knowledge, the skill, and the ethical part, you have got here a pool of the faculty which are very brilliant. For ethical part, you have got the Center for Spiritualism and Human Enrichment, CC, which was established as early as 2002 only and inaugurated by the then Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Pandit Vishnukant Sastri. To cater to your need of the personality development and skill development, you have a center here, CEISD, Center for Innovation, Skill Development, that would be providing you all sorts of training so that your various skills would be improved. Friends, the mainstream management education is working on this line. Now, it is also becoming multidisciplinary. The new areas of ethics, social sensitivity, the connection with the society, they are the new focal areas which have been added to the business academics. I am sure that if you come forward honestly and sincerely and heed the instructions of your teachers, after 2 years, that is when you complete this program, you will certainly feel that you are subjected to a kind of professional transformation, a kind of academic amelioration, a kind of subtle appreciation of your cognitive calculus, and the improvement in your cerebral insights. That's why I request you to be quite honest and sincere in your academic pursuit. I also feel inclined to make a special request to the corporate titans sitting on the dais that kindly shower their blessings to these students and kindly evince personal interest in accommodating their professional concerns when their turn comes. With an exulting reverence and deep sense of gratitude, I once again extend a tempestuous welcome to all of you and wish this program a grand success and meaningful. Thank you.
So much, sir, for your well-versed opening remarks. Vision and goals makes the impossible a lot more probable. My dear students, have you set clear goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? See for yourself how this institution will help you achieve them. In this context, I now invite Mr. Prem Singh, Assistant Professor and Coordinator MCOM Program, to present the preamble of SMS.
Dignitaries on the dais, my senior faculty colleagues and dear students. Today I am here to present preamble of the institute. Preamble means the guiding force on which entire institution work, the framework under which entire institution work. And why this is important to know at the beginning of your course? Because if you associate yourself with these statements, key statements, you will groom yourself to the completed extent. And I'll try to elaborate it in big detail, and I have tried to make a contrast between new education policy as well as vision statement or mission statement which we have formulated way back in 1995. Why this becomes more important? Because the statements which we have incorporated in 1995 since inception have now been reflected in our new education policy 2022. This is the beauty. Means when we were framing our mission and vision statement and quality policy, those were the visionaries or leadership who thought of these things to happen in future. We are sitting in 2023, new education policy came into existence in 2020, and all those terms which is being incorporated in this vision and mission statements are now reflecting in new education policy. After 28 years, those statements are still relevant and it will remain relevant in future too. So let's begin with our vision statement. What does it say? This particular statement says, to become a constantly growing center of excellence, nurturing global-centric professional leadership based on ethical and moral attributes. This is the guiding principle and bloodstream which flows throughout the organizations. Means this is not only a statement. This is the guiding force which creates a goal. Where do see ourselves 20 years or 40 years down the line? So if we follow this particular statement, it clearly states that we want to develop ourselves as a center of excellence by following ethical and moral values. And why it becomes important? Let's see. This is the vision statement and NEP document. In NEP documents, all these terms are coming again and again. If you see, NEP 2020 document, it also says promote each student's holistic development, multidisciplinary and holistic education to solve global problems, ethical, human-centric and constitutional values. So you can easily realize which we had accepted way back in 1995, it has not now started reflecting in 2022, NEP 2022 policy documents. That means things which we had accepted earlier has a relevance now and it will remain relevant in future too. The same way, if you talk about mission statement, the objective of the entire institution which any institution want to accomplish, to create excellent learning ambience through innovation in teaching, research and consultancy for producing professional capable of answering global challenges and demonstrating high ethical and moral standards. The same statement is being fragmented, what we want to achieve, and these are the basic objectives which we want to accomplish. But if we see this in policy documents, let's see in NEP 2020 documents. Here also they are saying that we try to recognize, identify, fostering the unique abilities of each student. That means they are also talking about creating ambience, good ambience for teaching and learning. Second statement says outstanding research is a core requisite for outstanding education. That means they are also focusing on research and development, which we had already mentioned in our mission statement as well. Third, ethical, human and constitutional value. It is already a part of our mission statement. So if you see our mission statement is exactly matching with the new education policy 2022 documents, and this is the beauty of our mission statement. When we talk about our quality policy, in quality policy, imparting value-based education of highest standard relevant to contemporary world, means we are not going to impart knowledge, we are going to impart highest standard value-based education. And when I am saying this value-based education, we have already created a particular center which takes care of this value-based education. That is Center for Spirituality, Human Enrichment. That human enrichment works with Indian ethos, Indian knowledge system, and all these terms have already started reflecting in this NEP 2022 document. In the next slide you will be able to see that also. This is our quality policy, imparting value-based education, and that should be deep-rooted in Indian knowledge system. And if you see, NEP also talks about Indian knowledge systems and the value which is deep-rooted in Indian culture and Indian ethos. That means things we have accepted as a quality policy is still relevant and will remain relevant in future too. Last but not the least, the guiding values. All industry stalwarts are sitting out here. They'll also recognize these are the 5 basic guiding values. If these people will not, means if any particular MBA graduate will not be able to imbibe these 5 basic values, they'll not be considered as an asset for any damn organization. This is the beauty of this value system. It starts with trust, sense of ownership, sense of contribution, innovation, modesty and mutual respect. If you imbibe these 5 core values in your education or in your personality, ultimately you would be considered as an asset for any organization which you are going to join. And the more importantly, if you see the same resemblance, see NEP 2020 important key words. NEP 2020 also says mutual respect, respect for public property, extensive use of technology to innovate, and empathy, respect for others. Means whether you talk about vision statement or mission statement or quality policy or guiding values, all these core statements are reflecting in this NEP 2020 policy document. What does this mean? Means our visionary leaders were so prompt to understand things, and they have started designing it way back in 1995, which still remains relevant and it will remain relevant in future too. So you are in safer hands. So you are in the institution where everything is being taken care of and we are in the right direction, it says. Why? It is resembling with new education policy 2022 policy documents. So wish you all great future ahead. Thank you so much, and wishing you a great learning curve in future too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. A very good afternoon to all of you. respected dignitaries sitting on the dais, my colleagues and dear students. I am supposed to tell you about the MBA program. First of all, I appreciate your decision to select business management as your career. If you look at this MBA program, it has a history. The first MBA program was started by Harvard University. So Harvard Business School was established in 1908. The first MBA program in the world. And when the program was started, there were 15 faculties and 33 students took the admission. And today, 300 students have taken admission in SMS itself. So you can see the acceptance of this MBA program. In 1908, even Harvard Business School was not sure of its success. Businessmen, they were of the opinion that business management can't be taught. It comes through experience. And the first batch of Harvard Business School consisted of doctors, lawyers, and there were very few businessmen who took that course. But it got acceptance. Within 10-12 years, Harvard Business School came out with its own building. And today, you all know the success story of Harvard Business School. But from that period, from 1908 to 2023, the curriculum has changed a lot. You know, the MBA program is very dynamic program. It is not that the syllabus which was there 20 years back, it is still continuing. No. Because corporate world has an ecosystem and it goes on changing. And the MBA curriculum should be in alignment with what is happening in the corporate world. So, if you see this MBA program, so many new things have been added over a period of time. You know, the field of management, it basically got established as a science because of the work of a person like Peter Drucker. Marketing as a subject established in 1960s. Services marketing established in 1980s. But what is requirement of today? Today, when we talk of the corporate world, they depend a lot on decision making and they are using what we call as analytics. Today, two things are very important. It means what was not there earlier, but today they are the core aspects of business. That is analytics and supply chain management. These two fields have emerged. Today only those companies are doing well who have an efficient supply chain. Those companies are doing well who have a well-designed information systems developed at their organizations. Today it has become easier to contact customers, to profile customers, to contact. So because of this information technology, today companies have access to the customers. Keeping all this in mind, we have designed the curriculum for you. It's a 123 credit program. You are going to study around 27 subjects. You have the option of 5 specializations: marketing, finance, HR, operations management, and business analytics. Apart from that, there would be one field survey project. There would be summer training in some corporate or some business organization, and one research project in the last semester. Apart from that, there would be industrial tours also. So it's a comprehensive package what we have designed for you. The point is, we have made all your efforts. Now it is all up to you that how much you gain from this, because today the corporate world needs those people. They don't want Superman. They want people who are ready to learn, who are ready to go in the market. If you are into the marketing field, study the competition, study your customers, design your efforts, plan so that you can acquire more and more customers. World is becoming very fast. Gone are the times when to make 50 lakh customers, company used to take 20-30 years. Today, company is launched and already there are 2 crore, 3 crore customers. A new term has emerged. There were entrepreneurs. Now, new term has emerged. Appreneurs means those entrepreneurs who are doing business through apps. So you all must have heard of many startups and all these things. So world is moving at a very fast rate. You have to keep pace with it. You have to understand what is the future of the corporate world, and don't try to be superhumans. Just grasp what is taught at School of Management Sciences. There are many courses which are available online. Government has done lot of efforts. Lot of courses are available on SWAM portal, NPTEL portal, that you can do on your own. There is Coursera where you can go, and suppose you have interest in any field, you can go there and you can it's a 4-week, 5-week courses, and as per your convenience you can complete that course. So knowledge is everywhere. It is all up to you how you grasp it. And I must say you have taken a wise decision. I wish all of you best of luck, and I am sure that you would do something that would make your family proud, that would make society should be proud of you, and the most important thing, you yourself should be proud of you. So thank you very much.
Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head at Tata Consultancy Services Limited, Varanasi. Mr. Singh possesses more than 23 years of experience at TCS, where he has held various senior positions in HR. Mr. Himanshu has also handled overseas assignments as General Manager and Immigration at England and Assistant General Manager and Head HR China. His top skills include team management, performance management and talent acquisition. I invite Mr. Singh to bless these new students. Mr. Himanshu Singh.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Professor Jha, for inviting me here today to speak to the new batch of management students. I have had the privilege and honor of coming to SMS earlier also, and it is really interesting to note that students have opted for management education at a prestigious institute in Varanasi. I'm sure all of you would be from in and around Varanasi or places a bit far away. I think a lot has already been spoken to you today about what are the expectations are there from US students, because you are now moving into a very different world. Let me be very honest with you. You must have done your undergraduation in any subject. Masters in management is a very different ball game. It is a very professional environment. So in order to build your careers, I think it is very, very important that you imbibe that professionalism from day one itself, because it is a very, very dynamic world, as said earlier. So this professionalism will be very, very important for you. How much time do I have? Maybe 5-10 minutes? Okay, all right. So this professionalism that I'm talking about has to start from day one, because this 2-year time will pass very soon.
you will realize that, it has just flown by. And the day you land with your first job, you'll suddenly realize that there was hardly any time to learn things. So be very, very careful of this fact that time flies very fast. So you'll have to be very quick in your adaptability and approach to acquire new things in life. Now, management education is also very interdisciplinary. Someone used this term. Why I'm making this statement is that general management is something which is very vast. Some of you might choose to specialize in marketing, sales, finance, HR, operations, or whatever. But consider this fact that despite specializing in any of these areas or each of these areas or whatever, you have to have a knowledge of all the other areas as well. It is very, very important. Today I'm a HR professional, but then my role is not limited to HR. You will be surprised to know that, I'm also involved in marketing. Now you may ask me how. I'm marketing today, I'm standing here as a marketing professional for my organization. It's an entirely new thought. But yes, I'm marketing my organization today to you, or to the world, or any of the fora that I go and deliver a lecture or I speak about. I have learned, I have undertaken financial management courses, not while I was studying, but during the course of my career. Despite being in an IT company for a pretty long time, I had to undertake financial courses because I am involved in budgeting. Some of my assignments about 10 years back, 12 years back, ma'am mentioned I was in China and we were setting up a joint venture company. I was very actively involved in the financial management because we had to draw budgets for a new company. So I had to understand finance management. And that's the time when I learned financial management. And financial management of not only what happens in India, but also global practices. So what I'm trying to say is, you will have to learn various things. You might specialize into one, but that is where this interdisciplinary dependencies and movements will come in very handy. In order to attain to those levels, I'm not saying you start doing that now, but then eventually you will realize that yes, understanding and knowledge of various specialization helps. Another very, very important aspect is the hands-on approach. I have come across a lot of management students who have a misconception that their jobs after completing an MBA is to sit in an air-conditioned cabin and manage business for the company. It doesn't work that way. Believe me, it doesn't work. You have to soil your hands. You have to get onto the shop floor. You have to, depending on what kind of work you are doing, which kind of industry you are working, you have to dirty your hands. You have to acquire the basic knowledge of how things happen, whether you are in manufacturing or retail or IT or whatever, or insurance or whatever. So you have to understand the ground realities of that business, and that can happen only when you sit along with the junior most people in that organization and understand how business works. Because if you don't understand business, any amount of your academic excellence in management will not help you. So that's very, very important. Don't lose sight and track of that aspect. Sometimes I have seen cases where people feel that an academic qualification alone will take you miles. It will, but then at times it becomes a handicap also, because some people are not ready to learn those basic realities. That's very, very important. That is what my experience and a lot of my colleagues have seen in the world which is happening. So I would suggest that gain practical knowledge. As a part of the curriculum, you may have a summer internship course, but don't depend entirely on that. Take up small job assignments. You may have contacts in your friends, your relatives running small businesses. Try to be a part of those businesses. Sit with them. There's no harm in spending your weekends or holidays or Sundays even sitting in a shop. You learn a lot of things when you try to gain that practical knowledge. So that practical knowledge coupled with your management education will do a transformation for your careers. That's what I'm trying to say. Competency and excellence. You have to do it the best. A 300 student batch today at SMS. 20 years later, some of you would be doing very well in the business world. Some of you may not do as well. So you have to be excellent in whatever you are doing. That's very, very important. You will be valued because not of your academic qualification, but your excellence in work. Mind you, what happens is when you join any organization, thereafter your academic degree or your credentials are kept in a computer or in a personal file. It is your performance and only your performance which matters to an organization. And I'm sure you would have experienced that in your life at some point of time. So that's very, very important. The other thing is, please broaden your horizons. What I mean by that is, as it was mentioned earlier, that things are changing very, very rapidly. So you've got to learn quite a lot, not only your academic part, but your general awareness, what is happening in the world around you. That's very, very important. A very common statement that I find from students is, "Arey, time nahi milta hai." Is this a fact? No, it's not a fact. No one gets time. Do you think the prime ministers and presidents of various countries, do they get time? Or the CEOs of companies, do they have time? They also have those 24 hours with them. But it is how you utilize and manage your time. That's very, very important. So be very careful that you do not waste your time. Today, a very important issue in the society is wasting time on technology. Facebook, this, that. Make positive use of those tools which are available to you. That's very, very important. Mobility. The first thing this morning when I came to your institute, I was very impressed by sir who's here from Chennai. He's staying here in Varanasi and managing a company and business operations of Utkarsh Bank. Why I was impressed with this? Because I have myself lived in various cities and countries and realized that the more you are mobile, the more you learn. The cultural nuances which are there in various countries. Sometimes we have this a very closed mind at times that no, we'll be closer home, closer to our parents, closer to our friends. Mind you, the more you travel, the more you learn. So if one gets an opportunity to work in Bangalore or Chennai or Calcutta or Bombay to begin with your careers, you must go out and move. That is what my advice would be, because that will give you, learn languages. There are many Indian languages to learn, there are foreign languages to learn. Who knows what will come in handy? You never know what the future holds for you. I would request management of SMS to introduce a foreign language into the curriculum at some point of time. And that's very, very important. Because you never know when you'll find it very useful in life. I have personally experienced that. So that's why I'm sharing this information. I've faced handicaps because of language. I've lived in China and I've faced a lot of handicaps there. Things could be very comfortable if you learn a foreign language. Use of technology. I think you'll have to be very careful. There's a lot of technology. Today we're talking of things like AI, etc., machine learning and so on. So even if you are into, let us say, marketing or retail, try to understand what AI is, how AI is going to affect marketing in the future. Now marketing is one area where there are a lot of misconceptions. People think that, sitting in an office and sitting on a computer or a laptop and with a mobile phone will do wonders. No. Some of the best consumer products companies in India and abroad, the initial 2 years of people who join them, they are on the roads. They travel to the remotest villages in India and abroad to understand the customer psyche. You have to meet the customer. You might have data now because a lot of data is available about the customers. But then it is very, very important to understand the psyche of your customer. So you have to penetrate there, you have to go there, understand. People who join specialize in HR. So we are also taught and trained to connect with our customers. And who are our customers? Our employees are our customers. We may not be able to find solutions for our customers all the time, but then we have to establish a connect with them. That's how it works. And that is not only true in so-called an IT company, or I think it is I started my career with manufacturing, and there I realized that yes, a connect is very important to all categories of workmen. So that was relevant then, that was relevant today, and that's going to be relevant even tomorrow, whether you are in banking, finance, or whatever. So these are few things which I thought I'll share with you. Then very important is time management. As I said, discipline in time management and ethics. Please don't inculcate and build a very, very ethical approach towards your life. I'm not particularly using the term to your job or to your work, but I'm saying using the term to your life, because ultimately an ethical environment is very, very important. We all know what's happening in the world, but then your actions will be very important to build your life in future, because that's going to impact your personal lives at some point of time. So be very careful on them. Lastly, you all know, you've been hearing news about India doing great work. There is a reverse migration starting globally. I connect with people all across and find that a lot of people are now wanting to come and start doing business in India. So which is a very, very positive sign. You are starting your education in 2023, and in the next few years it would be a very good story. So while you may want to go abroad, work there, it's important. Take those ideas with you, get that information, but at the same time India is going to be a very great story in the next few years. So you have a very bright future, provided you do it in the right way, and that you have to start from today itself. So that's what I thought I'll share with you. Thank you very much
for your kind words and the providing practical suggestions. And I would also like to extend apology, sir, for adding an extra suffix to your name. And so you were telling about the foreign language. We also offer foreign language course in our institution. We do have it here. Let's proceed further. It's a sheer privilege to have Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, General Manager HR in the Cement Division of Prison Johnson Limited, as the guest of honor of this inaugural session. Mr. Kambekar is a proficient mechanical engineer and multi-skilled HR professional with 35 years of experience. He has successfully managed numerous special projects as assigned based on Ambuja Cement operational roadmap business strategy. Mr. Kambekar has accomplished long-term major assignments in collaboration with McKinsey & Company, and Ahmedabad, He Group, Gallup, Evolve, Odexa Consultants. A proactive change agent who spends time in an employee environment encouraging learning and promoting increased productivity that results in value-added customer service with a special focus on people development, employee relations, and talent management, including workmen. I am delighted to invite Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambikar to bless our fresh batch of students.
Respected Jha sir, Mr. Amitabh Pandey ji, and all the faculty members, non-sitting job, DK Tripathi ji, all the students, chief guest of today's function and all the dignitaries. A lot has been said by all the, particularly Jha sir, then Himanshu ji and Sandeep ji, they have spoken a lot. I want to emphasize on two things, that is the do's and do not. You are a so lucky person, you are a so lucky student that you are joining the SMS Varanasi, where you are sitting in such a beautiful, well-constructed, well-decorated hall with air conditioner, with a sound system, with the LCD projector, playground, canteen, washroom and all those things. 80% of the students are deprived of all these facilities. They are not getting all those facilities. Please thank to your parent, the what time they have spent for you, their responsibility, the money they have spent on you. Please close your eyes for 1 minute or 30 seconds and just understand, just remember what hardship they have put you to bring you here in this seminar hall. And from this onward, your journey starts. So what is, I have identified more than 10,000 resumes, shortlisted 6,000 students, interviewed more than 3,000 students and more than 1,500 lateral hires. Everybody talks about their ROI, return on investment. सर इतनी जिंदगी गुजर गई, इतनी पढ़ाई की, इतना खर्चा हो गया, मुझे क्या मिलेगा? मैं आप लोग को पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आप आज से अपने माता पिता को क्या देने जा रहे हैं? What return on investment you are going to give it to your parents? The teacher, they have spent the time on you right from your LKG to your 10th, 12th, undergraduation, and now the respected teachers, the professor, they are going to teach you the management fundas, the basic fundamentals and the practices. So आपको क्या करना है? आपको क्या करना है? You will not bunk any class. You will study all the books. You will attend each and every session, each and every period of your 8 hours. You will attend each and every practical. You will go to the field. You will play under the sun. You will not be always under the roof or AC rooms. जाइए, खेलिए, कूदिए, पूरी पढ़ाई कीजिए, कोई भी क्लास को सेशन को बंक मत कीजिए. Do not be so pampered child of your family. आप अभी मैनेजर बनने जा रहे हो. You are going to handle the team of the people. अच्छी पढ़ाई करनी है, जैसे कि हिमांशु जी ने बताया कि टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास, 2 साल का वक्त है, उसकी पूरी पढ़ाई करना है. Do not depend on the Google बाबा, है ना? 6 महीने के सेमेस्टर में पढ़ाई नहीं करते, 5 महीना 1 महीना दबा के पढ़ाई करते हैं और फिर लिखना कुछ आता नहीं है. किस सब्जेक्ट से कहाँ स्कोर करना है उस पर पढ़ाई करते हैं, है ना? तो टीचर, दे हैव पुट व्हाट Jha sir told, more than 30 years they are into the teaching field and they have seen all the 4 revolution, all the academic revolution or the new education policy or whatever the new syllabus has come. So उसके बावजूद वो आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं. ये सब करने के बाद पुराने 20 साल 25 साल पहले उन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई की है एंड अभी लेटेस्ट आपको नॉलेज वो दे रहे हैं. तो कोई भी क्लास को बंक मत कीजिए, सारे सेशन अटेंड कीजिए, प्रैक्टिकल्स अटेंड कीजिए. इंटर्नशिप को मेयर फॉर्मेलिटी मत समझिए कि मुझे इंटर्नशिप करना है, सर्टिफिकेट देना है, मेरा कोर्स करिकुलम कंप्लीट करना है. नहीं, दैट गिव्स यू द अपॉर्चुनिटी एज अ ऑन द जॉब ट्रेनिंग. फील्ड में क्या होता है उसकी आपको एक अच्छी जानकारी देता है. अपने हेल्थ को अच्छा रखिए. अभी हमने देखा है कि व्हाट वी आर सीइंग द एज ऑफ 20, 30, 35, 40 people, they are suffering with the diabetes, blood pressure, migraine and all what are not. Do not eat any junk food, pizza and all those things. Try to eat good fruits, vegetables, good foods, and so if your health is a wealth, and that is what Corona taught us. हेल्थ पे ध्यान दीजिए, जंक फूड मत खाइए. और जैसे अगर आपको टाइम की बचत करना है तो डू नॉट स्पेंड योर मोर टाइम ऑन व्हाट्सएप, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. 30 to 40, 60% time students and people are wasting on those social platforms and all those things. Put all your efforts into the study. Try to explore yourself, try to be a very good team member, try to take your assignment in a group, do not take assignment individually. That will teach you how to work in a team. So be flexible, be adaptable, and try that you will get any job, that company which will take you, or you will get first job in your campus. Do not mind that is a big organization or a small organization. Take that first job and do not think for next 4 to 5 years that I will change my job. Try that you will learn the things there in that organization, end-to-end processes, field knowledge, everything, and then you think about the changing the job role and all those. Do not just think कि अभी मुझे किस पैकेज की पहली जॉब मिलेगी, मैं क्या करूँगा, मेरे पास कार कब होगी. Do not think that. First, spend this particularly 2 years in the study, practicals, listen to the professor, do not listen much to the Google Baba and all those things. Try to complete your online courses, no doubt, but try to listen to the professor, to the industry, to go to the field, do your practicals. Okay, and try to become a very good human being. So we'll talk I have given a half an hour to talk to you. That time I will present some slides to you. So I want to just emphasize on the screen where you can see the जो dry soil होती है ना, उसमें पानी मिक्स किया जाता है, तब वो वेट होती है और उसको पूरा रौंदा जाता है. वो रौंदने के बाद अंडर स्पॉट या अच्छे पॉट या कुछ खिलौने या वो बनते हैं. तो आप लोगों को वही करना है. आपको सोचना है कि आप एक गीली ड्राई मिट्टी हो, पानी आप में मिक्स होने वाला है. दैट मीन्स आपको एडेप्टेबल, फ्लेक्सिबल रहना पड़ेगा. बहुत कुछ रौंदा जाएगा, बहुत कुछ केस स्टडीज है. आप लोग केस स्टडी करते ही नहीं है. MBA के बाकी कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट केस स्टडी नहीं करते कि जो IIM ISB में होता है. So please try to solve your case study, learn through those case study, and try to become a very adaptable, flexible, good student, good team player. Respect your professor. हमारा आज के डेट में टीचर के प्रति बहुत दूरता होने जा रही है. हम रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. हमारा ड्रेसिंग सेंस अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो 2 चीज़ें पर्टिकुलर करनी है. अपने सारे टीचर को रिस्पेक्ट करना है, टाइमली कॉलेज आना है, पढ़ाई अच्छी करनी है, और वेडिंग कार्ड के लिए हमको MBA डिग्री लेके नहीं जाना है. हमको एक अच्छा मैनेजर बनने के लिए, और जैसे मैंने बताया अपने फादर मदर के लिए पहला ROI देने के लिए मुझे ये डिग्री कंप्लीट करनी. थैंक्स अ लॉट. विल टॉक समथिंग
as well as guiding the students. Today we also have with us Mr. Padmanabhan S. as the guest of honor. Mr. Padmanabhan is Vice President, Head of Information Technology at Utkarsh Small Finance Bank Limited's head office at Utkarsh Tower near Babatpur. He has been with banking technologies areas across geographies for over 2 decades in various responsibilities ranging from product management, support and incident management, application support, software configuration management, risk management and project delivery. Shri Padmanabhan is a versatile person. You'll get to know more about him in the orientation session. Here I would just like to add that he starred in the national award-winning Tamil movie Thangamingal in 2013. Hope I pronounced it correctly. Students will get to listen to all these gentlemen at length in orientation session. In this session, we would like to have quick words of blessings from Sir. Kindly come to podium.
Good morning all. Thank you sir for inviting me, and thanks to all the senior leaders here. Thank you all. Thank you everyone who's been part of this initiative to ensure that this event happens, right from the people who taken care of the mics, the power, fans, AC, everything, you know. The reason I mentioned that is as part of your preamble also, respect is something which is very, very critical. It's not that you have to respect your mother, father and your teachers. It's not that. Respect is any human, be it your compatriot, your classmate or your friend, or it doesn't person whom you don't have any connection or liking also doesn't mind. Respect is respect. That's very, very critical, right? I'm not going to take much time. We have a separate half an hour. We will have a chat in much detail, but certain things are very relevant. When you always it's advantage to talk first, because there is no judgment about what is going to happen, and I don't have a bar to set that this person has spoken this much, so I have to speak something like that. So there is a lesson learned that whenever you have an opportunity, grab it. Because once you do it, it doesn't mean that you should not do it second, third, fourth or whatever it is, but it is very important to grab the first opportunity, because no one is going to judge you. Like for example, how many of you heard about the company called TiVo? T-I-V-O. No one has heard about? Okay, how many of you know Netflix? TiVo was the father of Netflix. Very simple, Netflix bought the technology, but the only thing is he was too casual, thinking that he is going to be the master forever. There is no one to come, because this is something which I started. Netflix came next, the person who spoke second. What he did, he took all the observations from TiVo, he made some changes, made it in such a way that now someone has to think about beating Netflix. Of course, we have Amazon, all those things, but Netflix has a class apart because he learned something from the first person and made it special. So, if not everyone get an opportunity to do something first, doesn't mean that you will not do. Every individual is unique. I cannot do something which you can do 100%. Everyone has a skill, not the word every person has more than one skill, 100%. No doubt about it. The only person in the world who will make you not do it is you. I can stop you coming into this college? No. I'm going to get tired, I'm going to fall asleep, I might not be available all the time, so you'll get an opportunity to come into the college, right? So if you don't want to come to college, the only person who is going to take the decision is you. So same way, in the life, when you want to learn something, when you want to do something, the only person needs to be convinced is you. You are the only person to decide whether you want to do it or not. You do it, fantastic. It's like buffet, right? You have a buffet, a lot of things are there to eat, right? So it's like shaadi mein jane ka hai, you have a lot of things. But do you eat everything? No, because some people might like one of the vegetables, some may not like another vegetable. Correct, right? So you are choosy. Life is also like that. Now, earlier when you say specialization means it's always related to one. But initially, Professor said that you have 27 subjects and you have 5 specializations. So there is no more thing called master of one. Earlier they used to say jack of trade, all trades doesn't succeed, master of one has to be. Like even Bruce Lee says that I am actually afraid of a person who knows one move who he has practiced 10,000 times rather than a person who has done 10,000 tricks and he is jack of all trades. That was probably the saying in the olden days. Now you have to be jack of all trades. As earlier also, Mr. Himanshu said that though he is HR, he is doing marketing, right? It's not something, he has chosen or do, but when it comes, he has to do it. Same way, don't stop something with just, I don't know how to dance. Many of them are left foot. 2 left feet are there, you don't dance. Some of them you don't sing. Some of them you don't write. Some of them you don't draw, right? It's like music is for people who can't see. Movie is for people who can see, who can hear. Some people are kinetic, some people are, auditory. So each one has got their skill and everyone has got their role to play in every segment. Okay? So always you feel that you are the best. No doubt about it, you are the best. People like when Tendulkar came said, Gavaskar was there, no, Gavaskar is going to be replaced. Tendulkar came. Tendulkar. Then Ganguly came. Then Dhoni came. Now Virat. There is going to be someone else coming the way it is, like the way every industry, not just cricket, be it mathematics or physics or movies or music, everyone will be replaced and no one is indispensable. But the only thing is, in that window, have you shown your talent? Did you take that opportunity to do that leap and you become, instead of a TiVo, are you a Netflix? Think about that. I will leave there at that point. Best of luck. As Sir said, it's very, very privileged for people who get the opportunity to learn. The 80% of the people don't get, they don't have a roof, they don't have books, they don't have paper, they don't have pencil, which you can't even imagine. Nowadays, everyone carries a mobile. This has replaced a lot of things. You don't know what Konica is, you don't know what a camera is, you don't know what a calculator is, you don't know what a watch is. It's all simple in mobile. Now you carry. But still, this is not, 80% or 90% of the people are exposed to or have the opportunity to have it. You have a fantastic opportunity of people who take care of your education to ensure that you thrive and succeed in your life, which you are going to step out in 2 years from now, and ensure that you use that opportunity effectively. That's in your hands. Things are very simple, okay? I always follow the policy KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Stupid is not a word to use, so you can say silly. Keep it simple, silly. Anything in the world is always simple as long as you know the answer. Only it becomes tough when you don't know the answer. You find the answer, it's no more void. Like, what is your name? First, probably until you speak the first word, you have no clue. You can't even tell your name, right? Someone will call you Baba, Raja, Kanna, something they will call you, you just respond. You have no clue. But after 1 year, when you speak, someone will ask you, what is your name? My name is Padmanabhan. So until then, that question was a tough question. It's just a matter of time, right? Final one point, and I'll leave to thought. There is something called as, infinite monkey theorem. Right? It's a very famous theorem. What does it say is, if you give a typewriter to a monkey and give it, right, within a specific, probably a span of time, it will be able to reproduce one full, complete book what Shakespeare wrote. If a monkey can do it, think. Thank you.
Recharging the students with your encouraging words. Next guest of honor, Mr. Devmani Pandey, a seasoned HR professional, possesses over 17 years of valuable experience in overseeing HR functions across diverse sectors such as FMCG, retail, banking, and IT. His areas of expertise range from proficient workforce management, organizational development and compliance management, HR system automation, and enhancing a vibrant corporate culture to constructing a people-centric culture within the organizations. In his current role as Head of HR Operations for a new business initiative, Hippo Stores, with Dalmia Bharat Group, Mr. Dev is striving to build the competent workforce to take the business forward and upward. Sir, may I earnestly request to bless the budding managers?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. I need a lot of energy, right? Because this is what I love when talking to any individual, any group. Okay. How many times you guys have clapped since morning today? कितनी बार ताली बजाई है आपने आज सुबह से? Say yes or no. So please believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you will have a lot of confidence inside you, and that will take you to places. If you have doubt, then you will never be succeeding. So believe in yourself. Thank you, guys.
Listening to you. The chief guest of today's session, Mr. Prem Singh, is currently the Group CHRO, JK Organization, a large industrial conglomerate with interest in several sectors. He is also the National President of the National HRD Network and Chairman of the NHRDN Board. Mr. Prem brings along with him international experience, having worked as head admin and corporate communication in the Caribbean for an expatriate assignment. Mr. Prem has numerous accomplishments and awards in his kitty, the latest being CHRO of the Year award by the Business World in the year 2023. Mr. Pandey also holds leadership and advisory roles at various professional bodies and universities. Now let me quickly leave the podium and invite our chief guest for his blessings.
P.I. Jha, Director, distinguished guests seated on the dais, my colleagues from the industry and academia, young future leaders of the industry, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. Better than what I had thought, and I just echo the words of my friend Dev. जो काशी की जो गर्मी है, काशी का जो जोश है, somehow I also missed it. So I will give you one more chance. Good afternoon. That's better. Thank you. So friends, I have also got a session with you about 45 minutes this afternoon. So these 4-5 minutes I want to utilize. I won't take more than 4-5 minutes, maybe maximum 6. I'll just try to summarize what I want to say later, just a gist of that. In the later part, I will talk in detail. So there are 3 things which are important, 3 things, and you can memorize it by 3 words. MSP. What is the full form of MSP? Minimum support price? No, it's much bigger than that. M stands for manage self. You see, all of you would be required to manage businesses, manage teams, manage a lot of stuff. Before you manage business, manage yourself. Learn to manage yourself. That means know yourself better, understand your strengths and weaknesses, understand how you do, what you do, etc. Which are your habits that are productive, which are your habits that are not so productive. Manage yourself better. Manage self. Number 2, I'm sure all your teachers will teach you a lot of stuff, HR, finance, manufacturing, operations, supply chain, this and that. All the hard skills. 85% of your success, and this is based upon the research, and I'm sure my worthy colleagues will bear me out, based upon the research of Harvard, 85% of the success comes from soft skills. That is S. So develop your soft skills. Use these 2 years for honing up your soft skills. Communication, how you relate to people, how do you make an impact, how do you ideate, how do you develop your ideas, how do you work with the people, how do you work as a team, how do you collaborate, how do you leverage yourself, your strengths, and how do you leverage the strengths of your other colleagues, how you learn, how you unlearn. Unlearn habits which are not productive. Learn those habits which are helpful. Resilience, can-do attitude, all these are very, very important soft skills. That was S. So we have spoken about M, manage yourself. We have spoken about S, soft skills. Third, P, MSP. Any idea what P might stand for? Passion, Junoon. At this point in time, I want to tell you a story. Do you want to hear a story? How many want to hear a story? All of you, good. So friends, this story is about a gentleman called Mark Spit. Many of you might not even have born at the time. Mark Spit became very famous as a swimmer in the Olympics of 1972. Many of you would not have been born, and there is a very strong history around this game. This game became infamous also because the Israelis were attacked. But the bigger part of the reason, bigger reason of this importance of this year was Mark Spit. So Mark Spit had won 7 gold medals as a swimmer.
And on the last day, he was being celebrated as the person who won the highest number of gold medals. He was being questioned by the media. And one of the media persons asked him, Mark, you must be feeling very lucky. Mark got furious. He said, what do you mean by lucky? He said, well, you know, you got 7 gold medals, so you must be feeling very happy, very lucky. He said, happy, yes, but lucky, no. He said, why? Then he narrated this story. And then he said, last 4 years, I have been constantly training myself. I have been constantly practicing myself every day. 4 years, 365 days in a year, 30 days in a month, 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, non-stop. And how I used to train myself is like this. When I used to start my training, after a couple of hours, I'll get exhausted. And after a couple of hours, I'll feel like stopping. I'll feel like closing my practice and going home. And then I used to think of my opponent, my competitor, what my competitor must be doing. I would figure out that my competitor would still be training and practicing, then I would go for more practice. I would again get tired. Again, I would think of my opponent, my competitor, and I would again think he would still be practicing. Again, I would go for more practice. Until I figured out that by now, my competitor must have completed his practice. By now, he must have packed up. By now, he must have gone back home. And by now, he must be sleeping. Do you know what I used to do then? Then I used to tell myself that until now we both were equal, now is my chance to get ahead of him, and then I used to go for more practice, my friends. That was the junoon, that was the passion. My question to all of you is, can we develop even 10% of that junoon, that passion? If yes, you can manage yourself better and you can build a very successful career for yourself. And with these words, I wish you all the very best. Have a great day, great career ahead. Thank you.
Blessings on the newcomers and encouraging them. Let today be the start of something new. Don't waste the best moments of your life. Now is the time to get intentional about achieving success without multiplying regrets. Moving ahead, it is now time to express our respect and gratitude towards our dignified guests. Mr. Prem Singh. So kindly now felicitate Mr. Devmani Pandey, HR Head, Hippo Stores, Dalmia Bharat Group. Further, I request Director Sir to honor Mr. Padmanabhan S., Vice President, Head Information Technology, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank. Next, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kamrekar, General Manager HR, Prism Johnson. So kindly felicitate Mr. Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head, TCS, Mr. Himanshu Kumar. Thank you, sir. Finally, the time has come to thank these gentlemen who have been gracious
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest of the program, Mr. Prem Singh, Group Head HR and President JK Organization, Mr. Devmani Pandey, HR Head, Hippo Stores, Dalmia, Bharat, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, General Manager, HR, Pridham Johnson Limited, Mr. Himanshu Kumar, General Manager and Regional HR Head, Tata Consultancy Services, Mr. S. Padmanabhan, Vice President and IT Head, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank Limited, Director of the Institute, Professor P. N. Jha, Registrar of the Institute, Mr. Sanjay Gupta, my senior colleague and HOD Management, Professor Sandeep Singh, my senior colleague and HOD Commerce, Professor Rajkumar Singh, General Manager Training and Placement Cell, Mr. D.K. Tripathi, my other colleagues, the co-coordinators of the MBA program, Dr. Vishal Kumar Singh and Dr. Shikha Agrawal, the moderator of the session, Professor Palvi Pathak, and my dear students, the fresh batch of MBA 23-25 batch. It is indeed a great privilege and I am filled with joy to stand here to propose vote of thanks as I am witnessing you all embarking on your professional journey today in the gracious and august presence of the stalwarts from industry and stalwarts from academia. Not one, not two, not three, but as many as 5 stalwarts from industry and 2 towering personalities from academia sitting in front of you and gracing this occasion and blessing you all with their words of wisdom. Indeed, you all are very lucky. Many of these speakers have already hinted that how lucky you are, and the last speaker, the chief guest of the program, also tried to say that everything is not because of luck, but there are certain things which comes from luck, and I feel that you all are more lucky than, in fact, if I compare myself or many of us who are sitting here from my generation, we were not that lucky in our time. Being here in this age and looking at the geopolitical situations we have right now and the environment in which we are there and how India is positioned today and how everyone is looking at India. India is going to be in our lifetime as well as in your lifetime, very soon India is going to be number 1 in the world order. And there could not be a better time than this to start your MBA program. And I must say, you all must have done some good karma in your life. Your parents must have done some good karma that today you are here in this hall. And also, I would also like to say that you all have done some good karma that these people sitting at the dais are here to bless you when you are embarking on your professional journey today. And we are also lucky as an institution to witness the orientation program of the 11th batch of MBA program. It is indeed an historical moment in the life journey of School of Management Sciences, Varanasi. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to the dignitaries, Mr. Prem Singh, Mr. Devmani Pandey, Mr. S. Padmanabhan, Mr. Sanjay Kambekar, Mr. Himanshu Kumar. They keep a very busy schedule and especially during these 2-3 days when there is a G20 presidency being observed at Delhi. It was very difficult. It was looking difficult to us, but our guests, they accepted our invitation and they managed to come from Delhi all the way to grace this occasion and bless you with their words. I'm very thankful to you, sir. Mr. Prem Singh, Mr. Devani Pandey, you have taken all the pain to come down from Delhi. And also the guest who we are fortunate to have in Varanasi, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, who is like a family member to us. He keeps on visiting us. He is also a recruiter who keeps inducting our students in his organization. Mr. Padmanabhan, Mr. Himanshu Kumar, we have a long-standing association with Utkarsh Bank, TCS, and we are very fortunate that you all have accepted our invitation and graced this occasion today. With your blessings, you have set the tone right for the orientation program of these young minds. Your words of wisdom, your guiding words, your tips and advices, if they follow it, I'm sure their life is going to become very easy and they will definitely achieve whatever dream they have in their mind. Whatever they wish to achieve, they will be able to do it if they follow in right spirit whatever has been shared today by the guest. I would like to recall what Professor P.N. Jha sir said. He very rightly said that this is the generation G, or change-making generation, who wish to create an impact, a social impact, and how the education landscape has changed, how the NEP is taking care of the needs of the hour, and how we are well equipped here in SMS Varanasi and how sensitive we are in achieving all those objectives which have been laid down by the NEP. So our endeavor cannot be completed unless we get the same response from you. So you all have to reciprocate, and this is expected from you all. This is not the one-way thing. Unless you all reciprocate to whatever facilities, whatever programs, whatever curriculum we have, whatever infrastructure, whatever knowledge capital we have, we are ready to share it with you all, but then you have to come forward. Professor Sandeep Singh, he has taken you through the evolution of management education. He has also apprised you about the things you will be doing in your 2 years, the papers, the subjects you will be studying. Thank you, sir, for apprising these students about their journey. Then our first speaker, also before that, Mr. Kartikeya Singh, he has very rightly introduced you to the vision, mission, quality policy and guiding values which we live here in SMS Varanasi, and from today you are the part of SMS Varanasi. We are one family and we live these values. We work day and night to realize those vision, mission and objectives. So it is the journey which we have to share together. Now you are part of it. You have to every day remember these guiding principles and follow it. This is why we have introduced you to the vision, mission, quality policy and guiding values today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kartikeya sir, for introducing the students, sensitizing them about our guiding principles. Our first speaker for the today, the Honorable Guest of Honor, General Manager HR and Regional Head HR, Mr. Himanshu Kumar from Tata Consultancy Services. He has focused or emphasized upon several things. And one more thing I would like to say, that in the speeches of all these dignitaries, you might have found some common terms which all of them have emphasized. And I would advise you, if you are not doing it right now, you should start doing it. Keep noting all these points. These are pearls of wisdom which are very, very helpful for you. And those things which are being repeated by them, they are especially more important terms and things which you must take care. So please keep on noting down those things. He has emphasized about the adaptability, generalization versus specialization, about the hands-on approach which you should focus upon. So thank you very much, sir, for focusing on these things. He also emphasized about the need of mobility and foreign language. So follow these and try to imbibe these in your not only 2 years, beyond that also. Our next speaker, Mr. Sanjay Ramdas Kambekar, he told you about the do's and don'ts, and he also emphasized upon the real ROI. What you are getting as a return on your investment. At the same time, you also think about what you are going to give back to your teachers, to your parents, to your society. So again, I must say, you are very lucky to get all these learnings on the very first day. Keep remembering these and keep practicing it. Then health management is also very important for you all, time management. Mr. S. Padmanabhan, the head of the IT at Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, sir has very rightly pointed out the importance of respecting others, respect for everyone, and grab every opportunity, but especially grab the first opportunity. Thank you, sir, for giving these pearls of wisdom to the students. He also emphasized upon the generalization and specialization. Mr. Dev Mani Pandey, he gave you 5 tips, 5 important terms to remember, and those were pursuit for knowledge, personal growth, leadership development, resilience and perseverance, and belief in yourself. Thank you, sir, for sharing these words and insightful deliberation. Then finally, Mr. Prem Singh came up with MSP. Manage yourself, importance of soft skills, and importance of passion. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing all these pearls of wisdom with these students. And on behalf of School of Management Sciences, Varanasi, we are thankful to you all for your kind acceptance of our invitation and coming down here and sharing your words of wisdom with us. And we are also looking forward for same patronage in future also. Thank you so much. And last, in fact not last, there are many other people to be thanked. I must express my thankfulness to the Training and Placement Cell team for arranging, for being instrumental in bringing these dignitaries today here, and we keep on getting your support. I am also thankful to the management for their unwavering support in whatever we do, and we have been praised by the guests today for whatever we are doing and whatever we have here. Sir, we are able to do it because of the support which we get from the top management, our director sir, registrar, our executive secretary, and we are very thankful to them for their unwavering support. And last but not the least, my heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all the budding managers sitting here. You are the future, you are India, and you are SMS. So there is a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and I'm sure you will carry on this responsibility which is there on your shoulders. Thank you very much, and I once again wish you all great learning and all the best. Thank you.
inaugural session. Students, your life is a remarkable occasion. Undoubtedly, you will rise to it. I hope you all have a great learning experience and one of the most memorable period of your life here at SMS. Welcome to the SMS family. Thank you, gentlemen on the dais. You all can be at ease now. Students, kindly remain seated.